Stacking in my bag. Yeah, stacking in my bag. I like crypto grind. Currencies flowing, every coins on my mind. My coin based the upper, watch your numbers climb. In this damn fine, feeling so prime. Hustling these protocols, known to the man. Emptying out my radar, I can't understand. Jumping on the wave, watch me move the plan. Holding diamond hands in this crypto land. Got my eyes on the prize, making moves like a king. Every transaction hit a cash register ring. Ride a blockchain, we won't never be slow. In the world of finance, let the profit.
If you're holding real world assets, utility assets, you are a bank.
Yeah, of course, we go over the news and stuff, but we just do what feels natural when we be doing our thing.
We gotta get this money on.
This money on.
We gotta get this money on.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. We gotta get this money on. What up, y'all?
What's good? What's good? Peace to everybody.
What's up, y'all?
What's good?
Happy New Year's Eve. Happy New Year's Eve. For some of y'all, it's already New Year's because I know we got people in Australia and
China,
other parts of the world where it's already 2026. So happy New Year to our global following. Shout out to y'all.
Shout out to y'all, man.
Hit that like button on the way in. Make sure y'all hit the like button. Appreciate you, DJ Serve. Appreciate you.
You. Peace.
Cuz said he be at work. Jamming to the intro. I know that's right. What up, y'all? What's good? Everybody come on in. Let's double tap the screen. I know we late. Sorry about that, y'all. I know we late. I had to talk to some people about some crypto. Some older folks. So y'all know older people got a lot of questions, but sorry, I had to take that call for a friend. They would have took my call, so I had to take that call.
Yeah. It'd be important. So what's good, Crypto KB? What's good, y'all? Make sure y'all double tapping the screen. Make sure y'all sharing the live. Of course, we got to go over some stuff. What we got in the agenda for today on the last day of the year.
So we are going to discuss 2026 and how it will be red for Bitcoin, but payment tech will improve. So we got an article talking about that. We're gonna talk about how crypto laws are changing across the world in 2025. We're gonna talk about how the back office took center stage in 2025. And then we got banks. So banks just demanded $26 billion in emergency cash. But Bitcoin traders are missing a critical warning signal. We're gonna talk about spot Bitcoin ETF because they're seeing fresh inflows. So liquidity is improving. We're gonna talk about Bitwise. So Bitwise files for Tron, Zcash, and 9 other crypto ETFs. We got whales accumulating DeFi tokens. Because I told y'all DeFi about to go crazy in 2026. A lot of y'all is not listening, but DeFi is gonna have a really good year next year, especially once they get regulated. And then we got Coinbase executive warns Senate stablecoin misstep could hand China global edge. He not lying. South Korea delays crypto bill over stablecoin concerns. And then we got Pakistan. So according to CZ, he think Pakistan may be a crypto leader in 5 years. At the current pace that Pakistan is going regarding crypto. So, we got good articles to go over to end the year. So man, hey, we appreciate everybody who's been rocking out with us, the day one, or whether you found us this year or rocked out with us all year. We appreciate y'all. We appreciate the likes, the views, the comments, everything. If you purchase classes, join the community, everything. We appreciate y'all.
It's a blessing. It's a blessing. We're gonna keep growing and keep going up from here, fam. We are that because that's just on our divine shit right now, son. So let's get it going. We're gonna go through first. Let
me see. So hold on, let's run them likes up though, because them likes only at 7.9K on TikTok, 8K now. Let's get them likes up though.
Right, y'all slacking on TikTok.
Yeah, y'all lacking. Let me see what YouTube doing. That's gonna be mandatory next year. So next year, we got to have a certain amount of likes. I mean, we did that pretty much all year, but on YouTube, we're gonna start getting a little strict around here. We got to get a certain amount of likes before we even go, because we need that. We need the engagement. You know what I'm saying? The channel got to be supported in order to keep the channel going. If you're not supporting the channel can't continue. Like that's just what it is. That's just what it is.
Shout out to World Boss CEO PCU. Oh, shout out to CDU with super chat.
Hey man, appreciate you for the super chat, bro. Appreciate you.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, so it's 51. Like it's 51 people over here on YouTube, but it's only 34 likes. 51 people, 34 likes. Oh, somebody said, Queen, I'm on that mountain with you, baby. You know I'm gonna talk about it today. I'm gonna talk about it. I'm gonna talk about it.
We there.
I'm gonna talk about it. D just saving y'all. That's why he want me to get straight to the articles. He don't want me to cuss y'all, cause not y'all, but cause haters out in the that's probably watching from the outside. I'm gonna get to it though. We're gonna talk about the whole Jake situation. I know the bet's technically not over till 12 a.m. So you know, he still got a couple hours. He got a couple hours, but I'll get my 2 cents on that. But I'm still standing on that mountain. You know what I'm saying? Regardless if it happens today, I know stuff is finna take off in Q1 2026. I know 2026 overall will be a great year. Again, it wasn't nothing that I was taking to heart. I didn't make certain financial moves based on a bet. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm a document type of person. So you know what I'm saying? If he couldn't show why he thought the price, we just had to go off his word. Oh, okay. Well, I'm only gonna I took it serious, but I'm not gonna take it to the point where I'm gonna go and make videos and bring up court documents and try and roast him on some information that we already knew about.
Right.
Zach. Right. So I'm gonna start calling names out today because I'm like, y'all is messy as fuck. What is wrong with y'all? We're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about it. Everybody's been wrong about XRP. Exactly. Nobody has been correct about a date. Nobody. But we'll get to it. We're gonna get to it throughout the live at some point, y'all. But yeah, let's start off with because you sent a really good article that I wanted to talk about. That I wanted you to go over. South Korea. Let's start off with that South Korea article. I think that's a good starting point about South Korea and where's it at? Yeah, they're delaying that crypto bill over stablecoin concerns. So I thought that was kind of funny because we having stablecoin concerns over here with these damn Democrats.
You know it. So what's going over there in South Korea? So South Korea, they was working on a new crypto law called the Digital Asset Basic Act, and it could allow stablecoins pegged to the Korean won, right? So basically the digital won coins run by private issuers. But lawmakers are reportedly delaying submitting the bill until sometime in 2026 because there are still some big arguments about how stablecoins and issuers should be supervised and regulated. So you already know what a stablecoin is, so I'm not going to touch too much on that. But why they're delaying this bill is because the report says that there are major issues and disagreements, especially involving stablecoin issuers. So the government isn't ready to approve these stablecoins until they agree on who is allowed to issue them and who watches them. So if the bill passes, the stablecoin issuers will reportedly have to put all reserve assets with the authorized custodians, like these banks. So that's meant to make stablecoins safer because reserves wouldn't just sit wherever the issuer wants them to. So what officials are arguing about is the disagreements include things like, should there be a specific group or authority that pre-approves and oversees stablecoin issuers before they're allowed to launch? How big of a role should the financial institutions play in this whole situation, right? So the Financial Service Commission is reviewing it, but they're also considering limiting banks' roles to encourage tech companies to participate too. So, all right, okay. So they're trying to get everybody to get some skin in the game. So basically, it's a push and pull between make it bank safe and tightly controlled versus don't make it bank only and let tech companies innovate. So why this is a big deal is because President Lee Jae-myung had promised supporting local won stablecoins. He also allowed things like Bitcoin ETFs and even explored national pension fund involvement in digital assets. So delaying the bill matters because it slows down something he publicly backed. So I don't know. I guess somebody must have been like, yo, you gotta slow this shit down over here. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, because Korea, one of them spots that was moving far ahead. And I thought they was, well ahead of us, but I guess they pumping the brakes a little bit because of the stablecoin issuer stuff. But like you said earlier, we are having our fair share of issues with people over here Maxine and what's her name? Elizabeth Warren. Yeah.
Yeah. Maxine and Elizabeth, they playing their part. But no, this is interesting. Because I wasn't expecting this from South Korea. I'm not gonna lie. I wasn't expecting to see that today.
Yeah. I thought they was on the money, yo. I thought they was on the money, but hey, I guess they like, yo, we gotta chill. We ain't ready yet. But we getting there. Because they said 2026. Q1, fam. Q1. Just get your mind ready for Q1.
No, that's a fact. Yeah, because I'm saying, like, what are they arguing over? They just can't. It's just over the rules.
Just stablecoin issuers and like who's going to issue.
Oh, come on, bro! Y'all can't be serious. Get the fuck out of here, gang.
Is it going to be the banks? Well, this is the thing. They don't want the banks to have all this control because maybe the tech companies over there, just like over here to a degree, have a lot of control on the government, right? So those tech companies that's over there, they probably the lobbyists, they be tossing the check or whatever to the government. So they like, okay, we're not gonna give the bank this much power. We're gonna see if these companies could get in too. So I guess money's being thrown here, money's being thrown there. So
it's about the yield, the yield bearing opportunity with stable coins. It's who's getting the yield. Basically. Okay.
Yeah. So
that's what see, they're trying to say everything but that because they don't want people to know that we should have been getting yield this whole time on our money. I don't know why they stopped it when we used to get yield, back in the day. So now the issue is the yield. So that's what everybody wants to argue about here. But this is an inevitable game because either y'all gonna get right or we just gonna have digital wallets and niggas is gonna be transacting just strictly through crypto. And that's what it's gonna come down to if y'all don't hurry up because it's just crazy. This is crazy. Nobody's about to keep dealing with this for real because companies are just going to upgrade their systems and they're going to accept crypto for bill payments. I mean, if they already accepted it for taxes, it's only it's only a time before more companies start accepting crypto. So once you can pay your light bill, your mortgage, your water bill, phone bill with crypto, it's a wrap.
That's it. That's it.
Yeah, they better get right.
Full adoption, then swing.
100%. I'm gonna get on that Jake stuff when my niece get out the chat because I can't say what I want to say. Mama, you can't be in the live right now. Mama. Let me see if she left. No, I can't say it with my niece in here, bro. I don't talk like that in front of her. Let me see if she leave. They talking about say it. No, I'm gonna get to it. We're gonna get to it. I'm gonna call her mama. She don't get off. Mama, I'm gonna call you when I get off, okay? I'll call you when I get off live. I promise. Okay. Anyway, we'll go to the next article.
Can't have the babies instead of that, right?
Yeah, that's a fact. Okay. So let's talk about Bitwise because Bitwise 9 ETFs is crazy. Well, 11 ETFs is crazy. That's crazy. So Bitwise, they filed for Tron, Zcash, and it was 9 other crypto ETFs. So let's talk about that real quick because that's a lot of ETFs at once.
Yeah, and that's how I know. I'm like, okay, yeah, we in the right. So listen to what the assets I'm talking about. Because if they file for these ETFs, that means, maybe these are some winners. Just saying. So Bitwise, which is an asset management company, filed paperwork with the SEC to create 11 new crypto ETFs. These would track a bunch of altcoins, including Tron, Zcash, and others like Aave, Sui. We talked about Sui yesterday, right? With the quantum resistant upgrades. Uniswap, which is another DeFi protocol. Uniswap is where you can get your coins early, where you can get all these coins that you're hearing about early. It's another protocol. Near is another protocol. Starknet, Bit and Soar. You got all these different platforms. Filing is not approval, so it doesn't mean it's approved. It just means that they filed the paperwork. So, what kind of ETFs are these? These aren't described as pure spot ETFs only. So the article says that each fund would invest 60% directly into the token, so the actual crypto holding, and then 40% in other ETPs that give exposure to that token. So it's just so it's going to be 60% directly to the token and 40% in other ETPs that have exposure to the token. So it's just like it's a stacked deck that you could just buy. And they may use derivatives like futures, swaps, etc. And so these ETFs could be a mix of real coin holdings, packaged exposure, and possibly derivatives. Why people care about this? Because if they're approved, these ETFs can make it easier for regular investors using brokers, wealth managers, institutions to get exposure to these coins without managing wallets keys themselves. That can increase demand and legitimacy and comfort for traditional finance. So the big highlight here is, Zcash, which is known to be a privacy-focused cryptocurrency. And if we know, privacy coins can be controversial with regulators because they can make tracking transactions very hard. So including Zcash is notable because it gives a tougher approval path. So the coins that were listed, these are the coins that are listed. I'm gonna say it one more time. So it was Zcash, Aave, Canton, Athena, Hyperliquid, Near Protocol, Starknet, Sui, Bitswap, Tron, and Uniswap. All right, so that's all the joints that's tied to this Bitwise stuff. And then Bitwise already launched a Solana related ETF with 0.20% sponsor fee and staking as a secondary objective. And then Bitwise also has a spot Avalanche ETF application waiting for SEC approval. It will be listed as a BAVA, and it has a 0.34% management fee, and the fee waiver is 1 month or until 500 AUM, whichever comes first. So, yeah, fam. Do these seem like some winners to you?
No, for sure. I want to, and I was gonna say I want to hop on that. I'm about to hop on that Canton train. I was doing a little research on Canton. That's one I want to actually. I think I'm actually gonna get some Canton.
That's them cats that work with the DTCC, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Canton been one of them ones. I'm mad late. I'll admit it. I'm mad late. That's my fault. But Canton, yeah, everybody should be doing their homework. That's everybody's homework, including mine. Please do some homework on Canton if you haven't. I'm gonna talk about it more. I'm gonna start talking about it a little bit more on live because that's one we gotta keep an eye on for sure.
What is the current price? The current price for Canton is 14 cents.
Yeah, that's why I want to talk about it more because this one everybody can afford. Everybody in this chat should have 14 cents, whether it's in your bank account or in the couch. You got 14 cents.
Nah, that's a fact. That's a fact. You ain't got 14 cents. That's bigger problem.
In the car, on the couch, go take a walk. People drop change all the time. Like,
yep.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's one to keep an eye on for sure. I think Canton's gonna have a really good 2026. So I'm gonna actually, I may actually get in that one today. Allegedly, I don't know, because I'm, according to people in the space, I'm broke. So, I don't know. If I somehow find some money, I think I'm allegedly get some today.
Oh yeah. Price definitely surged this week. In the past week, it's up 44% for Canton.
Damn. Okay.
Yeah. It's up 89% on the past month.
When I first looked into that, and I'm mad at myself because when we did the DTCC demo, Canton was brought up. I can't remember if it was in the demo or somebody in the comments, but Canton was brought up, and I had looked at them before, and I want to say it might have been like 8 or 9 cents. So it's like I'm kind of mad at kicking myself right now because it's almost 15 cents. But it was a little cheaper. It was a little cheaper, is all I was saying. It's all good though. It might have been like 10, 11. It was cheaper. But no, I'm gonna do we're gonna talk about Canton a little bit more. But no, that's the one I'm excited about. So to see it included in this Bitwise ETF rollout, yeah. Cool with me.
No, it's facts.
Yeah. Facts. Okay. So I want to talk about these whales. So these whales accumulate DeFi tokens as crypto sentiment improves. Okay. as crypto sentiment improves. So yeah, let's talk about it real quick. Because like I told, listen, y'all, DeFi is gonna have a huge 2026. Shout out to everybody that's in the Patreon and the BlockNation DeFi Patreon that is went ahead and took initiative to learn it now before shit get to booming next year. Because I'm telling you, your hard work is gonna pay off. I'm telling you. So whales accumulate DeFi tokens as crypto sentiment improves. So what's happening? So large crypto holders, often institutions, funds or high net worth traders have been buying up DeFi tokens in recent weeks. So according to on-chain data, their net positions in key decentralized finance assets have increased, even while overall market sentiment remains cautious. So this accumulation is notable because big holders don't move into assets lightly. They typically buy when they anticipate longer-term upside or structural adoption. So when whales start shifting capital into an asset class, that's not random. That's usually because there's a narrative or expectation they expect to play out over months, not minutes. Why DeFi and not just Bitcoin or Ethereum? So the article highlights that whales are accumulating tokens tied to DeFi protocols. So stuff like decentralized exchanges, liquidity platforms, lending markets, and yield-oriented networks. So why DeFi now? So the yield opportunity. So as staking and lending returns, as staking and lending returns have become more attractive compared with staking on base layers or holding BTC or ETH. Real utility. So DeFi protocols process real financial activity, swaps, borrow or lend pools, and not just speculative positioning. And also it's a sentiment shift. So as broader market fear retreats, whales are positioning deeper into growth sectors beyond just Bitcoin and Ethereum. So DeFi isn't just for play anymore. It's where active financial activity happens on chain, and whales are increasingly treating it like a financial sector. Crypto sentiment is improving as well. So part of the reason for this accumulation trend is crypto sentiment indicators have recently shifted from extreme fear toward neutral or optimistic territory. So that means traders aren't panic selling, and larger players are more confident allocating capital instead of waiting on the sidelines. So it's like the fear and greed index. They have a history of signaling shifts before major capital rotations. So when fear eases, accumulation often follows. So lower fear means less panic. And big players start saying, okay, it's time to jump in before the next cycle. That's exactly what we're seeing with DeFi positions.
Wow. Nah, that's crazy.
That's what you heard it here first. That's exactly what's happening.
Can you say that? Can you say that again? Can you say that again one more time?
Yeah, so lower fear means less panic selling, and big players start saying, okay, it's time to jump in before the next cycle. That's what we're seeing with DeFi positions. Yeah. I told y'all, that's why I was telling y'all, you're not doing, you know what I'm saying? You're not doing anything bad by learning DeFi now while it's quiet. It's not the prettiest thing to get into at the current moment. Oh, but it's about to be. And you're going to be so glad that you at least know how to move around, you know, or if you even just know the basics of moving around, how to balance and rebalance and all that stuff. It's about to pay off. I'm telling you. Everybody else has been hard-headed, that's been putting it off, procrastinating. Y'all gonna wish y'all hadn't done that. I'm telling you, y'all gonna wish y'all hadn't done that. Because your assets can already be making you money. You know what I'm saying? We all waiting on the big crypto boom, and that's gonna happen. We don't know when, but it's gonna happen. But in the meantime, you could be making money off your assets. So what whales buying DeFi really means? So it's a signal of long-term confidence. So whales don't trade like retail. So they plan for macro frameworks. Their accumulation suggests they see growth in active on-chain finance, increasing usage and fees in DeFi protocols, and more institutional integration. So just some quick takeaways from the article, that whales are accumulating DeFi tokens and not just passive assets. The sentiment has improved and fear has declined for DeFi. And DeFi is increasingly seen as real financial infrastructure, not speculation. And accumulation by whales often precedes major structural market moves. So basically, what's about to happen? So what the hell your 5 having ass think you need to be doing? You need to be getting in position. You need to be getting if people with money are getting in position. You live paycheck to paycheck. or whatever the case might be, or I don't care if you're 3 or 4 paychecks away from being poor and on the street, you need to be getting in position as well. That's what's happening here.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
man,
Yeah. Nah, you hit it on the head, fam.
I'm just
That's the
saying.
wells.
That's why that's exactly why I got my ass in position. Cause I'm like, if the rich people is doing it, then what the hell am I doing? I need to make sure I'm getting myself in position. No excuses.
Yeah, they know what's about to ride up, fam. They know what's about to ride up.
Yeah, and they gonna ride, and they finna ride that wave smooth as hell. Smooth as hell. And meanwhile, yo, you know what I'm saying? People gonna be running around like a, you know what I'm saying, like somebody cut their head off trying to figure out how to get in. Trying to catch it. Trying to catch it. They ain't about to catch nothing. So woo. It's gonna be a big year in 2026 for DeFi. It's gonna be a huge year for DeFi. I can't emphasize it any more than I have, but it's gonna be a huge year for DeFi. So I want to talk about this crypto exec from Coinbase. So they're warning that Senate stablecoin misstep could hand China global edge. That's not good.
And we was talking about this before. We was talking about how, you know, China is just so ahead, and you know, over there on the eastern part of the world, they're just so ahead with this shit. But your boy Trump, he be trying to say like, nah, we're gonna be the leader. And
that's what I'm saying.
Ethan Loomis was saying the same thing, like we need to be the leader over here with, you know, crypto, AIs, and you know, etc. So what's going on?
Yeah, so Coinbase, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Trump, you said we're gonna be the crypto capital of the world, but right here, you know what I'm saying? We got so many signals showing that we could really be behind, or that we are. So I don't know what you know what I'm saying? You starting to look bad, bruh. Starting a little bad. So what the Coinbase exec is saying. So a senior policy executive at Coinbase has warned U.S. lawmakers that changes to how stablecoins are regulated, particularly in Senate negotiations over the Genius Act and the market structure bill, could unintentionally weaken U.S. issued dollar stablecoins and give China's digital yuan and other U.S. digital currencies a competitive advantage globally. Now, didn't I say that yesterday when we talked about China and the digital yuan and how they're earning yield on their digital yuan?
Yep. You did.
I told y'all. That's why I said we don't have a choice. We got to do that, or we are going to be behind. This is not a good look. So the concern centers on debates over whether U.S. stablecoins should be allowed to offer rewards or yield, and how tightly Congress restricts that under the Genius Act. So their greed, these people are going to let their greed and their hatred for humanity, you know, stop America from being the leader in the crypto industry. Literally, potentially, if they don't stop bullshitting, potentially that could happen. Is it going to happen? I don't think so. But
yeah,
the way it's looking right now, because I'm not seeing the progress that we should have seen as far as we shouldn't still be arguing over the Genius Act. So now we're waiting on rulemaking, and then we're still waiting on market structure. So it just looks like we finna fuck this up. That's what it looks like. You know what I'm saying? Until certain things get done. So why this matters? So the stablecoin competition. So the Genius Act passed earlier. It put rules on reserve and compliance standards for stablecoin issuers, but prohibits direct interest payments on stablecoin holdings, allowing only third-party reward programs instead. And banks don't realize that the more people that figure out that they can earn yield on their money, they're just gonna go over there. Especially since they can set up direct deposit and still get their paychecks sent to Uphold and Coinbase and all of those. Because why would I not want to put my savings in USDC and earn 9% yield? Opposed to sitting in your bank and earning nothing. So that's why they got to get this shit together. But anyway, so the warning is that amendments or further restrictions on these rules during Senate negotiations could weaken incentives for users and developers to adopt US dollar stablecoins, especially compared to alternative abroad. He cautioned that if lawmakers mishandle the issue, it could hand our global rivals a big assist by giving non-US stablecoins and state-backed digital currencies a meaningful competitive edge. So China's digital yuan move. So part of the reason for urgency is China's recent announcement that it's beginning. I'm gonna reiterate this. We talked about it yesterday. On January 1st, 2026, commercial banks will be able to pay interest on digital yuan wallet balances. So this shifts the ECNY from a simple digital cash substitute to functioning more like digital deposit money, giving users the ability to earn yield and making it more attractive as both a store of value and payment medium. So China's central bank deputy governor described this change as moving the ECNY into a digital deposit currency with roles in value storage and cross-border payments, not just day-to-day transactions. So Coinbase CEO Brian Armstrong, he weighs in, and he has also commented publicly that the Genius Act should remain intact and that stablecoins must remain competitive on a global stage. He discouraged efforts to reopen or weaken the law at the behest of entrenched banking interests, arguing those are attempts to protect legacy systems rather than faster innovation. So what this means for crypto and financial leadership. So stablecoins aren't just a niche product. So they've become core infrastructure for payment, settlements, liquidity provisioning, and open finance. So how they're regulated affects. So whether U.S. stablecoins can offer competitive yield features, how easy it is to build products around them, their attractiveness against foreign rivals and CBDCs like China's ECNY. So global tech and money race. So this is about more than crypto. It's part of a global race for digital finance leadership. If U.S. policy over restrains stablecoins while China enhances its digital currency with yield and bank integration, digital money systems outside the dollar could gain traction. So banking lobby versus crypto innovation. So there's political pushback from traditional banks worried about competition for deposits and yield. Coinbase and other crypto advocates see this dynamic as a fight whether the future of digital money ecosystem will be open and competitive or dominated by legacy institutions. This is why I pays to know what the fuck is going on. These people are so full of shit. Like I'm sick of coming up here and exposing how full of shit they are. Nigga, Coinbase is working with the traditional banks. What are we talking about? What are we discussing right now? Like, this shit really finna make me mad. What the fuck are we discussing?
Yeah.
What are we like, seriously, what are we discussing? Coinbase is clearly working with JP Morgan Chase. Coinbase is also working with PNC Bank. And who else are they working with? Citi? Is it Citi as well? Coinbase is literally partnering with the fucking traditional banks that this fucking article is talking about. What are we talking about, bro? Seriously.
Yep. And in America, they don't won. They don't won. And over here in the United States, they definitely won.
In the comments, please let me know if I'm tripping. Please let me know if I'm tripping.
Nah, you're not tripping because
like have we not came up here, showed the receipts that Coinbase is working with the traditional, they're literally partnering with traditional banks and helping them with this very issue that we're talking about. This is why I be saying you got to keep up with what's going on. I know it be a lot. This is why we got to do the shit daily, twice a day, because it's a lot. Truthfully, we might have to start coming on 3 times next year, depending on how the news go. But this is why you got to keep up with what the fuck is going on, because these people are narcissistic, habitual liars. They're just manipulating the fucking market, and the shit is irritating. It's so irritating.
Yeah, they be lying. They be lying, but you got to discern and decipher, what we be telling you. But we make it very easy, just like how she said. We make it very easy for you to understand what's going on. So Coinbase is working with
they're working with BlackRock, and they're working with traditional banks, the biggest players.
Yeah, the biggest players involved.
So all this shit, this cluelessness stuff, they're acting like they don't know what the fuck going on, or we got to do this, and we got to do that. Y'all know what the fuck is going on. Okay, y'all please stop with the shenanigans. It is about to be 2026. That shit don't work no more. Due to the power of the internet, cell phones, social media, we no longer are slow. We see everything going on now. We remember stuff that y'all done did and said. Y'all can't do this shit no more. All this lying and manipulation, that's probably what's taking so long, because energetically the frequency is just fucking them up. Whatever they're trying to do with their demonic rituals and shit, the frequency ain't where it need to be. That's probably why we ain't seen price appreciation yet. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just sick of the bullshit at this point. It's like, at what point do humans wake up and just fight back? Because this is crazy. This is crazy. I'm sick of talking about it. This is ridiculous. It's freaking ridiculous.
Yeah. Just like Nicole says, some of these articles are really to derail retail. Yeah. It's a psychological battle, fam. So you got to keep your head in the game, fam. Like, regardless, and I get it. I get it. It could be tiring. It could be, fatigue, math fatigue, right? But shit,
Very exhausting.
This is where we are. Imagine Imagine not knowing none of this stuff. That's what you gotta say on the bright side. Imagine not knowing anything about, what's happening, what's transpiring. Imagine knowing that, being on that side of things. That's 99% of the crowd. They don't know none of this shit. So
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But
so
you're not tripping though. You're not tripping though.
I know I wasn't tripping. That's why you gotta keep up with what's going on, bro. Because these people, boy, where they be lying, it's crazy.
They'll do it. They'll do it all day.
Go ahead, get on. I'm not gonna get on Jake. What I'm gonna get on Jake for? I don't got no reason to get on Jake. Jake ain't. He got till 12. So really, I ain't gonna talk about it more till tomorrow because he got till 12. The bet technically ain't over yet. The day not over yet. So, but I mean, I'll touch on it a little bit, but I will say he's not gonna be. If he's wrong when 12 a.m. gets here, he'll officially be wrong. Okay. If he's wrong, he's not the first one to be wrong. Did everybody else get fried like this when they was wrong about price appreciation? Like no one talked about how people thought we was going, you know what I'm saying? How who was accounts on X? I ain't gonna be too messy, but accounts on X.
You ain't gonna say no, don't say no names.
I ain't gonna say names, but accounts on X was calling for a $10,000 XRP when November came with the ISO date. No one got on. No, y'all didn't have this energy. You know what I'm saying? Some people did because I saw the comments. I will say some people did, but I'm just saying, like, he's not gonna be the first person to be wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just is what it is. But at the same time, the people that's trying to attack him are the same very people that was calling for $35,000, $25,000 XRP prices. So all y'all can have several seats because all of us have been wrong at some point in time regarding price appreciation. But for those specifically who had these dates and saying XRP is gonna be 35,000, and y'all was falling for that buyback bullshit, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just feel like a lot of y'all, that era. I feel like y'all just got some type of revenge because y'all got chewed out when none of that stuff happened, when y'all said it was gonna happen, and then Jake does this bet with scams, and then now it's like y'all taking y'all anger out. And y'all want to call him out because y'all want him to get that same backlash that y'all got when y'all was wrong about that $35,000. At least his shit was $100. Y'all shit was $35,000, $40,000. Y'all was calling for some crazy ass prices. Yeah. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. And I still don't think Jake is wrong. Like he said, certain things had to happen before we could see price appreciation. And 2 of his bingo cards didn't happen. We haven't seen the Japanese reverse carry trade, and I think it was something about oil. Those 2 things didn't happen. So his bet he's probably going to lose the bet. Maybe. Well, I don't know. He got till 12. He got till 12. You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah.
Nah,
it's
so here we are. Like, it's not nothing to take to heart. We're all here investing, and we're all here to make money. But you know what I'm saying? Even if he does
time this shit to the T.
No one can time it to the T. What I will say is this though, and I will go on record and say it tomorrow if he's wrong. That was a great marketing. That was great marketing because now you got everybody in the space talking about you. That was great marketing for his business, and his business model and what he's trying to do, so people will know who he is, so that when stuff does pop off, they're gonna remember for wealth management strategies that Jake has a company. You know what I'm saying? And that was great marketing. So it was great marketing. Gotta give it to him. That was great marketing. You got the whole space talking about you.
He said he was Razor Ramon. He was the bad guy. He played the bad guy. He put the black hat on. He said, "I'll do it. Whatever."
Yeah, but it's just fun, y'all. It's just fun. You know what I'm saying? It was friendly competition. That's what I will say about it. But I'll talk more about it tomorrow once it's completely technically over, because technically it's not over yet. Now, something do happen. Something do happen. Y'all better have that same energy y'all got right now while y'all ready to cook him or whatever y'all got planned to do, because for some reason y'all are obsessed with Jake and y'all are going to be happy that he's wrong. Just have the same energy if he ends up being right. Just saying.
Yeah, I wonder what type of energy Joker's gonna have if that shit go. I mean, Cass ain't gonna give a fuck. Cass ain't gonna give a fuck. Nah. They're gonna be too happy to give a fuck. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Someone said it was Coach JV, then Zach, now then Jake, now then someone else is next. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Nah, it ain't fraud. It's how was that fraud? Because he made a bet saying the price was going to $100. It's not fraud. How was that fraud? Oil has to spike. Yeah, that's what it was. Oil has to spike. That was something that was on his bingo card. Oil has to spike in the Japanese reverse carry trade. He did say that those two things had to happen. So those two things did not happen.
Well, maybe just like Crypto KB said, and we talked about this before, Venezuela, maybe the Venezuela tanker, maybe what's going on over there got something to do with this shit too. So just don't know.
Yeah,
it's a lot of variables.
It's a lot of variables, bro. Some facts, and the BlackRock ETF didn't happen either. That's a fact.
Yeah.
Shout out to JC. He said ain't tripping. It's on sale right now. Gonna go get a bag real quick. You feel me? Just buy the red. If y'all see, we just went over an article about DeFi. If the rich people are getting in position, that's all y'all need to be worried about is getting in position. Y'all just need to be following what the rich people are doing, not sitting here looking at freaking Zach Rector videos of him or whatever he's trying to do. And he felt like it's like, bro, you out and Jake. Nigga, this is stuff he's already addressed. I'm just so fucking confused. I'm just like, we're losing the whole point here to sit here and get some money. I think we all need to be worried about getting in position. You need to be worried about your wealth management strategy. That's what y'all need to be worried about. Y'all worried about the wrong shit. Like, if Jake is wrong, he's wrong. Who gives a shit? Make sure you in position.
And to be real, when jokers get their taxes, gonna need some liquidity for something. Joker's gonna be excited, prices appreciated, and just like, I got my taxes now. Bam. There we go.
Yeah, hey, Jay Reed, I was getting ready to bring that up, Jay Reed. I swear to God, I was going to cook with that tomorrow, but you already put it in the comments. He said, I noticed that the people coming for Jake seem to be partnered with Caleb and Brown. Zach Rector is directly partnered with Caleb and Brown. Oh, he's a affiliate with them or something. So that's what I'm saying. It's like, okay, he's going to be wrong about this bet. So at the same time, make sure you out that he had this going on with his business or whatever he had going on, him and Max Avery. And whatever that little business situation was, that court file and court document, whatever these little court documents that they bringing up, that's already been addressed countless times. Bring that up. You know what I'm saying? That because Jake is a direct threat to Caleb and Brown's whole business model. I will say that is a fact. The people that are coming after Jake seem to be working with Caleb and Brown. That's a fact. That's a fact.
It's vested interest across the board.
Exactly.
That's what you're saying. Okay. All right.
It's vested interest, and I think it's good marketing. So for Zach to make the video and go into what he's been going in, that's been giving him views. He's getting engagement. Y'all got to remember, at the end of the day, we are influencers. But me and D just don't clout chase. Because we could have easily gotten. So first of all, I don't got the energy nor the time to be clout chasing or like just doing a whole bunch of stuff for views and engagement. I'm gonna stand on integrity and just keeping it 100. I'm not. It's like, cool. Yeah, I want the views and engagement to go up for BlockNation. I think we're severely underrated. I don't think we get the credit we deserve in this space. Just overall. But I'm not gonna do it that way. You know what I'm saying? I want my shit to be organic. You know what I'm saying? I think D agrees. I don't want to do it that way.
Integrity, man. Integrity. You know what I'm saying? That's something you can't really buy. You know what I'm saying? You can't buy my integrity, at the end of the day. So, I mean, it is what it is. It is what it is. We could have been doing a whole lot of shit, but y'all would have been looking at us sideways like, what the fuck are they doing? You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying?
We should,
So don't get caught up in this WWE match. Hell to the no. And I'm a girl anyway. What I look like? I'm not finna get up here and argue with grown ass men. Like, I'm not doing it.
Listen. If y'all really know, y'all should see some of the emails we get from certain, places and the messages we get from certain people. So, it is what it is. It is what it is.
Yeah. So, but we'll talk more about that tomorrow once it's all over and done with. Truthfully, I can't wait for it to be done, whether he's right or wrong. I just think everyone's tired. Everyone's fatigued. We all want to see the price appreciation. It is unfortunate that, there's so many different scenarios in my head of, why this happened and why this played out how it did. But I'm going to keep some of it to myself. But, at the end of the day, guys, we know it's going to happen. It's inevitable. We see them flipping the system. We talk about it every single day. We see what's going on in the back end. Crypto is going mainstream. DeFi is going mainstream. We're going to get paid soon. Just continue to stay focused and don't get caught up in the crypto drama with the crypto bros. Okay? Don't get caught up in that drama.
Nah, because it's just it's gonna throw you for a loop. It's gonna throw you for a loop, and you're gonna start second guessing yourself. You know what I'm saying? It's just like the the theories on certain things. You know, it's gonna throw you for a loop. You gotta be able to come up for air sometimes. You gotta be like, all right,
Yeah,
that's enough. That's enough. That's
that's a
enough.
fact.
What
That's
we
a
got?
fact.
What we got? What
So
we
we
got?
got spot Bitcoin ETFs see fresh inflows as liquidity improves. So finally, we got some fresh inflows coming for the Bitcoin ETF. Because boy, y'all was drying up over there, huh?
I knew you was gonna say some shit like
They
that,
been
yo.
drying up over there. XRP,
Nah,
boy, XRP. I think they need more. I think they running out. They gotta go get some
yeah.
more.
Yeah, listen. So this says that spot Bitcoin ETFs just had a good day. Just had a good day after a bad streak. So they saw $355 million of net inflows, which ended 7 straight days of trading where money was leaving funds. So 355 plus $1 million in net inflows in one day. In one day. So who leads the inflows? You got BlackRock, IBIT, with about 143.75 million. You got ARC 21 shares with 109. You got Fidelity with 78, and then you got Bitwise with 13.8 million. And then you got smaller inflows from Grayscale's Bitcoin Trust and Van Eck. So December was still rough outing overall. So December net outflows were about $744 million total. So still negative for the month. The biggest single day outflow was a couple days ago, the day after Christmas, with about $276 million leaving. And then liquidity, when liquidity improves, investors tend to feel safer buying risk assets like stocks and crypto. And then ETF inflows often increase because more big money is willing to allocate again. Right. And it also mentions your boy Arthur Hayes saying that the dollar liquidity probably bottomed in November and has since been improving. It also mentions that the US Treasury bill purchases, and it says that the Fed is set to inject over 8 billion into markets as written in the piece, which some people see as supportive. So it's not just Bitcoin, it's other ETFs also improved. Then you got the spot Ethereum ETFs ended a 4-day outflow streak with 67.8 million in inflows. And then you got a spot XRP ETFs continued to steady demand with 15 million and claimed a 30-day inflow streak. 30-day inflow streak. So for the
For
past
XRP.
30 days, for the past
Shout out to
30
XRP.
days, for the
Shout out to
past 30
XRP.
days.
I'm not shocked. Everybody knows this asset is going to be very valuable, and people are grabbing it like that. That is why. So that is just leading right into the next article about banks just demanded $26 billion in emergency cash, but Bitcoin traders are missing a critical warning signal. So what is this article about?
So this basically talks about how people saw a scary looking chart and assumed that the Fed is printing money, so Bitcoin will pump. But the author says that's not the right conclusion. This was mostly financial plumbing, right? And stressed around the year end. And the bigger signal is how the Fed is managing bank reserves going into 2026. So basically, what happened is 2 days ago, a Fed overnight repo number jumped to $16 billion and then fell back down to 2 billion the next day. And then the article points to the Fred series. Listen, if you go to the Fred website, you can tell that it's just mass manipulated, you know. That's the overnight repo. That's the Fed doing what they do all the time. So separately, banks use the Fed's standing repo facility for about $25.95 billion on December 29th. What repo means, if you don't know what repo means, is basically a very short-term loan. So the banks give the Fed safe collateral like those treasuries, and the Fed gives them cash overnight, right? Then it gets paid back quickly, often the next day. So a repo spike can look dramatic, but can also mean that everyone needed cash briefly because of the year-end weirdness. So critical warning sign the article wants you to notice is that not to overact due to the 1-day spike. The author says the 1-day repo activity doesn't automatically mean Bitcoin goes up tomorrow, but it unwinds fast. The bigger issue is the Fed posture, so keeping reserves ample. So a Fed implementation December 10th, telling that the NY Fed to increase holdings via Treasury bill purchases to maintain ample reserves. And then the NY Fed frequently asked questions, framing it as reserved management purchases. So basically, the Fed is actively trying to make sure the banking system has enough cash at the Fed so short-term interest rates don't get out of control, right? So there are two possible interpretations, but both can be true at the same time, because it says that it might just be a normal, in-year balance stress sheet, which is boring, temporary, or it might mean the system is closer to the not enough reserve zone than people think. So the Fed is rebuilding buffers earlier. Something is brewing. Something is brewing. And what this means for Bitcoin, it could go two ways. Liquidity as fuel, usually, with a delay, or liquidity as a stress alarm. So if banks are using emergency tools because private markets are strained, markets can go risk off first and then later recover if the Fed responds more supportively. So what I'm gonna watch for next is if repo usage stays high for many days, that's a more serious thing than a one-day spike. So watch whether the Fed bill and purchases continue into Q1, maybe lasting more, and keep an eye out overall for reserve balances, right? So the article references reserves are still in the trillions. So we're gonna see. We're gonna see. This $26 billion headline is loud, but the real signal is whether funding stress and the Fed reserve support persists after the year end. So because that's what they could do to change or risk the backdrop of Bitcoin overall. So
Okay. All right. Well, we're gonna see. So, because
yeah.
I got this next article saying 2026 will be red for Bitcoin, but payment tech will improve.
Oh,
Um.
okay.
Okay. So yeah, this article argues that while Bitcoin's price may struggle or stay weak through much of 2026, the year could still be transformational for Bitcoin real world use as a payment system because infrastructure and adoption are improving rapidly. Who the hell is using Bitcoin for payment? Let me just read the article. Let me shut up. Forgot. So market outlook. So the price might be red. So many analysts quoted in the article, they expect Bitcoin's price action in 2026 to remain weak or bearish. So Bitcoin may continue downward momentum and potentially bottom later in 2026. So some forecasts see BTC price weakness before any meaningful rally resumes. So this signals that price narratives and speculation might take a backseat to fundamental development, especially infrastructure and adoption. So it frames 2026 as less about moon talk and more about real on-chain usage. So Bitcoin payments tech is improving. Y'all is a day late and $1 short with the Bitcoin payments tech, but I will go over the article for y'all. So, so even
Go ahead.
even though price may lag, payment technology for Bitcoin is getting stronger. Sorry, just I know too much, and this this is bothering me. It's getting stronger, and that's huge. So Square, or Block Bitcoin integration. So Block, which is Jack Dorsey's payment company, is rolling out native Bitcoin payments through Square's point of sale system, letting merchants accept and even hold BTC or auto convert it to fiat. So this payment rollout has already begun onboarding merchants. A full rollout is expected by 2026. Support for millions of sellers through the Square ecosystem. Support for millions of sellers through the Square ecosystem. And the Lightning Network integration for fast, cheap BTC settlements. And then zero transaction fees for merchants. So Square has been promoting Bitcoin payments without processing fees until 2027, which is a big incentive for business adoption and lowers the upfront friction for merchants to experiment with BTC payments, because basically they know by 2027, that traction gonna pick up heavily. So this isn't just a pilot; it's real payment rails are being built on Bitcoin that could power everyday transactions, just like card and mobile payments. Bullshit.
Yeah.
So Bitcoin as money versus price. So this article highlights an important shift. Bitcoin's value proposition may be moving beyond price speculation to functionality as money. If merchants can accept Bitcoin at checkout, if consumers can pay with BTC as easily as credit cards, if the infrastructure handles speed, security, and cost, then Bitcoin's use case as a currency starts gaining ground independent of price charts. So even if BTC doesn't pump right away, adoption through payments and real usage could be what sustains Bitcoin long term. So what this signals for crypto overall: short-term price equals long-term utility. So price cycles can be volatile and psychological, but payment rails and merchant adoption represent structural progress that survives market cycles. So payment starts to compete with traditional rails. So if millions of merchants start accepting BTC, even a small percentage of usage translates to real economic activity and not just paper speculation. So infrastructure builds confidence. So payments require user-friendly wallets, cheap settlement, merchant tooling, integration with legacy systems like Square terminals. So all of these things are being built now ahead of mainstream adoption. Like I said, Bitcoin is a day late and a dollar short with this payment shit. They are so far behind that this is not up for debate nor discussion. But I will finish out the article. They're saying that crypto often focuses on charts, but building payments infrastructure is the foundation for long-term value, regardless of short-term price noise. Good luck, Bitcoin. Good luck in the payments. Good luck in the payment side of the space, because that is not whatever. Good luck. That's all I will say. Good luck.
Is it well, never mind. I'll just leave it at that.
Yeah, I'll leave it at that. Anyway, next article. No one wants to discuss that shit. So how crypto laws are changing across the world in 2025. So 2025 has been a major year for crypto regulation worldwide. Not just enforcement or isolated crackdowns, but actual legal frameworks and policy clarity emerging in major jurisdictions. So lawmakers are moving beyond confusion and into structured rules that affect how crypto firms operate, how consumers are protected, whether markets can attract institutional capital, and how digital assets are classified under the law. So this article looked at developments in the United States, Europe, and Asia with insights from legal experts on how laws are evolving. So the United States, of course, we're shifting from enforcement to clarity, from aggressive enforcement to business-friendly regulation. So we'll have fewer aggressive enforcement actions, more predictable business friendly approaches, a regulatory environment where firms know the rules before the penalties. So that doesn't mean enforcement disappears, but regulatory strategy is expected to evolve from punishment first to clarity first. And then you got the European Union, MiCA and digital regulation hit full force. MiCA becomes real. So the markets in crypto assets regulation. So it's the first comprehensive digital asset framework in the world. And it has moved from concept to implementation. What you say, D?
No, I said okay.
Yeah. So they're creating a unified legal regime for crypto licensing, stablecoin standards, wallet provider rules, consumer protections. So MiCA also introduces a passporting mechanism. So a firm licensed in one EU country can operate across all 27 member states, which is a big deal for cross-border scalability. And then you got Asia. So mixed approaches with local landmark cases. So Hong Kong and landmark legal precedents. So in Hong Kong, it's a series of high-profile cases, including fraud and DAO liability lawsuits, are testing how courts interpret crypto laws, shaping future enforcement and legal clarity. So different Asian countries are taking varied approaches. Some are working toward clear, regulated crypto hubs. Others remain cautious. And a few still lack coherent digital asset laws. So clarity, we need clarity because that reduces risk. So these changes matter a lot. I'm not gonna go too much into it because we talk about this stuff all the time, but just know that the US is moving toward clear crypto regulation. The EU, and digital ecosystem laws are now in effect and reshaping the industry in the EU already. Court cases in Hong Kong and Asia are setting legal precedents. And a global trend is toward consumer protection, transparency, and institutional clarity. So 2026 is gonna be a big year because all that shit gonna be done. All this shit gonna get done.
Can't wait, fam.
Can't wait. It's gonna be a big year. So I mean, if you're not subscribed to the channel, you might want to subscribe because next year, you know what I'm saying, we had great news this year. We had a good 2025, but 2026 is about to be even better than 2025.
Yes, yes. It's about to go up from here. It's about to go way up from here. So, damn, damn. Okay.
Yeah,
Nah, this was
yeah,
good. This was a good little recap that you did. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of
yeah,
people
for
feel
sure.
like because we didn't see crazy, price appreciation, that don't mean like shit didn't happen. Whole lot of shit happened.
A
Whole lot of
whole
shit
lot of
happened.
shit happened. So yeah, this is the stuff that has to happen, guys, before you see the crazy price appreciation. That's just how it goes.
Yeah,
A lot of
yeah.
changes had to occur because that's what you were invested in. You were invested in technologies. You were invested into the new infrastructure and in these payment rails that they'll be utilizing.
Yep.
And this stuff had to get implemented, adopted, and regulated first. That's just what it is. That's what it is. So
Mhm.
it's like stop focusing so much on price and let's focus on the progress that we're making so that we can then see price appreciation. That's it. That's all. It's very simple. It's just fatigue and patience is gonna be a virtue. It's gonna
Yeah.
be a virtue, and
Yeah.
you gotta conquer
It,
it. So
yeah, you got to be able to just move past it, and you got to get over yourself. You got to get over yourself, and go read a book or something. Go read a book. Go exercise. Go meditate. You know what I'm saying? Don't worry about this shit too much. You know what I mean? Because there's only so much you can do.
exactly, exactly. Exactly. So we didn't see price appreciation for 2025, but we seen adoption. Exactly. We seen
Hmm.
adoption. We seen a lot of integrations happening. Hell, we didn't have Coinbase working with JP Morgan Chase
There,
and PNC Bank. We didn't have all this stuff happening before. So
there-
the change is happening, y'all. It's happening.
yes, and there's a reason why, like Q4, we saw all those announcements. Because I feel like the past couple months, it's just the news was a bit just hot, which is hot
Hmm.
overall. Just because of this company's working with this company and that company is partnership with this company. So there's a reason why they had to announce this shit in Q4. They wanted to wait to the last possible minute to let y'all know, fam, this is real. This is real.
That's a fact. That's a fact. If I'm not mistaken, I'll close it out with this. If I'm not mistaken, I think Jake goes live today. Doesn't he go live on Mondays and Wednesdays?
Mm-hmm.
I think he goes live on Mondays and Wednesdays. Y'all let me know in the chat. I don't watch his live streams enough to know when he goes live. No shade. I don't watch anybody for real. I don't really
Now,
keep up. I
be in the
might
bubble.
watch every now and again. I'll watch a Coach JV
or
content or
or
Paul
Paul
Barron,
Barron. Yeah, yeah,
but
yeah.
that's pretty much. I don't really. He does go live today. Okay, so for those that's all wrapped up into that drama, he goes live today. So y'all should catch his live stream. Okay. Y'all should catch his live stream until 12 a.m. I'm on that mountain. And I still think even stuff don't pop off by 12, Q1. I think Q1 is gonna be pretty good to us. I think everybody need to chill out. I think we all gonna be good. I know y'all ready to quit y'all job. I know. I know how that
Mhm.
is. I get it. I get it. Um,
None of these manipulations is surprising if you're around for GameStop. Oh yeah, facts. Yeah,
yeah.
these billionaires are protecting themselves. They don't want to see
Oh, he
retail
not
win.
going on tonight? Oh, why he ain't coming on tonight? He mad funny for that. Now I don't now he know he
Oh, he
gotta get
not.
on. Yeah, they said he ain't
Uh,
going live tonight. Now he know he need to
uh,
come on there and give his followers some type of words of encouragement. Maybe
he
he'll
said
tweet.
family time, family time. He said,
How convenient. I'm getting off. Let me shut up for a second. Let me get off. Let me get off. That's bad funny. He said family time. He with his family. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. That was just mad convenient. Okay.
wow.
Okay.
This is
Okay. Well,
somebody.
Digo
Somebody just
has
said
some.
he just posted 11 hours and 11 minutes to midnight. Make a wish. Oh, this is next level trolling, fam. This is
This
next
is
level
this
troll.
level because that's what it's going. Because at 12, if nothing happens, that's what it's going to end up being. He's going to be like the biggest troller in crypto game.
Yeah.
The biggest
Uh,
troller.
damn.
All right, yeah, I'm getting off. I'm getting off. We'll see y'all. We'll see
All
y'all
right.
this evening, game. We'll see y'all this evening. That is mad funny. Yeah, we'll see y'all this evening. Y'all be blessed. Y'all have a blessed day. Y'all have a blessed
All right.
day.
Please.
Y'all be safe. We don't see
If
y'all
we
this
if
evening.
we don't see y'all, Happy New Year.